Vaheguru Ji ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji ki Fateh. First, my humble request, please put on your cameras. Please put on your cameras. It's my humble request to all of you. Yes. Please put on your cameras. Pooja, Supreet, Maninder, all of you, please put on your cameras. That's my humble request to you. So, meeting again after 30 days. But I think this break is needed. Because we have to assimilate. As we Sikh rahe na, now we need time to assimilate. As we khali karde ja rahe hain, te pulde ja rahe hain. We do not have the time to practice also. So I think this was a good decision that we had taken, the team had taken, that we'll have it once a month. So now comes the topic, inner freedom. Inner freedom. Today we will just discuss what is freedom. What is freedom? And what is inner freedom? Freedom is what? It is like you're being free from a certain bondage. You're getting free from a certain bondage. Let it be energy, let it be situations, or let it be people. You are getting free from the bondage that is tied to you. जैसे कि ना ऐसे बंधना में बंधे हो यहाँ, उस चीज तो सिर्फ free हो रहे हैं. So they say that if it is inner freedom they're talking about, if freedom is this, they're talking about the inner freedom. That means there must be another freedom also, which is called the external freedom. One is the internal freedom and one is the external freedom. Now, the internal freedom, the inner freedom is what? It is to expand. It is to expand who they are. The inner freedom in order to expand who we are. And what is the external freedom? It is to expand what they do. Whatever we are doing, we want to expand. The strategy building. So these are the two freedom, inner and the outer, the external freedom. Let us first little bit talk about the outer freedom. There are different types of freedom which we are facing, which is something very common. So what are we finding freedom from? Freedom of associations, freedom of belief, freedom to express ourselves. Today children said, don't we have the thing? Aren't we free to express ourselves? They want the freedom. They want to choose. They have the freedom to choose their state of life. They want to choose. Nowadays, there has come a freedom of religion. Then freedom from bondage of slavery. But your bache can then the orthodox family hai, what to do? We are just like been engaged into it. We want freedom. We want to live our own life. We have our own way, our own thinking. We want to get away. We're just like slaves. Even Kargaraste, which we dekhoge, when there are all people staying in the house, when there are no good relation, then that time also they want the freedom. They want to break that bondage and they want a freedom so that they can live their own life. They want freedom of movements. Nowadays, what do the children say? We should be allowed to move what suits us. Nowadays, the parents also say, we should also have the freedom to do what we want because we have been slaves from the grandmother's time. Now also we need freedom. Or dekh lo askin se azad hoya. Sassa sadiyan gayiyan, assi gaye ud. This is the fact of life. This is actually the fact of life. This is the truth. So what is it? We want freedom, freedom, freedom. Even in our movements, we want to move out in the night. We want to go to the pubs. They want freedom. And nowadays, the elders also say we want freedom. The wives tell the husband, we want freedom. We should be allowed to move where we want to go. We want our freedom. That's their way of thinking. So they all had the freedom. They want freedom, freedom, freedom. Then freedom of the same sex marriage. This is a very big masla. That is also a freedom. We need the freedom. Then the freedom of education. It is highest which hai. Ajkal the bachche should be given the freedom to choose what they want to study. They should be given the freedom to do what they want to do. But remember one thing, this external freedom at times goes negative also. It goes at times negative. Okay, we give them freedom. You choose your subject, choose your life partner, choose, we give them. But at times, this goes to the negative also. Or ho sakta hai ki when we say children not to move out in the night, don't go out because ajkal the mahal aisa hai, they don't listen, they want to, it goes negative. So external movements that are going on, external freedom that is going on can be negative and can be positive. Asi bachche no ek free choice then they give them the freedom to choose their subjects. It's a very positive thing now. Nowadays it is very positive. But when we give them the freedom to move in all those nightclubs and societies, that becomes negative. But these are all external. So the external freedom is having all negative and positive. Then what about the inner freedom? What about the inner freedom? They say the inner freedom is the genuine freedom. The inner freedom is the genuine freedom, is very authentic. This is the reality when we should have the freedom to live in the truth. Truth किथे है, सच्चाई किथे है, सच किथे है, oneness किथे है, साडे अंदर है. So we should have the freedom that we should be able to in tune with the truth which is inside us, where we realize that God is the creator. 100% God is the creator, but it is not permanent. What he has created is not permanent and they will not bring happiness. They're not going to bring you happiness. Happiness lies inside. So this inner freedom is authentic, is the real, is the genuine freedom where we want to get in tune with the oneness. Now, agar ਅਸੀਂ ਇਹ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਕਿ ਇਹ inner freedom the hai. So, there are three kinds of freedoms we say. Words use. Very nice magical words. Freedom from, freedom to, freedom to be. Now, how will we say? Freedom from the constraints of society. That is freedom from. We don't want. We want freedom from all these people. Let it be the society, let it be your friends, let it be your family, extension. You want freedom. Then comes freedom to. Freedom to do what we want to do. Freedom to do what we want to do. Sab कहते हैं सानू पूरी आजादी होनी चाहिए ताकि we can do what we want to do. Then comes the third, freedom to be. First was freedom from, then was freedom to, and then came to freedom to be. To be what? What we were meant to be. Freedom to be what we were meant to be. So that means the two first, freedom from and freedom to, is external, and the freedom to be is the internal. Because the freedom to be is what we want, we are meant to be. We are meant to be what? They say we are all spiritual beings on a human journey. We are not human beings on a spiritual journey. We are a spiritual on a human journey. And what have we to become? Again, spiritual, the spirits. We have to get in line. So that is the freedom to be what we were meant to be. So this is on what we see about the freedom, the inner freedom. Now, if we go into this inner freedom, then it says, in other words, we can say, "Ye sare bandhan hai. Asi na to mukt hona hai. Ina to si mukt hona hai." In other words, we can say that to freedom means letting go. Freedom means letting go. Letting go what? Now, agar freedom is letting go, then what is letting go? Agar freedom is letting go, then what is letting go? Then they say letting go of something. You have to let go something. When you let go something, that means there will be your freedom. Letting go means, like, for example, I've taken a glass of water and I hold it for 5 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. And I'm just holding it. Slowly you'll feel that hand gets paralyzed. Such paining because we are holding it. We just let go and leave it down on the table. We are comfortable. We are happy. So also letting go is thing that we have to let go of certain things that can bring happiness to us, that can bring peace to us. Then we can live our life as it is meant to be. What we are meant to be, we can align ourselves with it. So letting go what? Letting go of emotional garbages. Letting go of emotional garbages, which is locked, imprisoned inside us. These are all imprisoned inside us. So when we are just letting go of all these garbages, we're letting go the fear, our likes, our dislikes. We have to break up bad habits, achieving goals. All these things we have to let go. So that means freedom is letting go. Now this is internal, letting go internal. We can also definitely use it outside. Letting go also we can use it outside. Now, if we say outside, for example, our families, and if we just say we want freedom, I want freedom, I want to go in the night, whatever I want to do, I can do. Or I want to be away from my family. I don't like it then. You just break away and your communication gap is there. That is going to be very, very harmful. That's going to be very harmful. In that also you are letting go. But do you know in the cost of what? There will be, this equation will stand equal stress, no peace, no happiness, 101% ye tusi leke chalo. Whenever there is a communication gap, you want to have a freedom, you can move anywhere, do whatever you want, then the equation doesn't be very comfortable. So that means that why are we discussing the outside and the internal? Because aage se jaake khali internal di gal karni hai, how we are going to do the internal. For this reason, we always said ki jo brahmande so pinde, jo khoje so pai. There is a mini cosmos inside. There is a change that we can get inside. Every game we can play inside. When we play the internal game and we bring in the changes inside with the energies, we let go of those energy, those garbages. The cosmos inside is so beautiful that automatically we have a vision of seeing the outside world also very beautiful. When you have let go inside, automatically you will see the things in the external affair. You will see the things which you have to let go and you want a freedom. Your decisions are going to be very good. You'll be very wise in thinking. Agar main chahndi ki I don't want to be with my family, I don't want to be with my wife, I don't want to be with my husband, I want to go in the night play. I want all this freedom, let go, let them be, let them go. I damn care two hoots for them. But agar ਅਸੀਂ internal ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਅਸੀਂ work ਕਰਕੇ ਆਪਣੇ emotional garbages ਤੋਂ ਅਸੀਂ free ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਹਾਂ, we let go, we find a freedom from there. ਸਾਡੇ ਅੰਦਰ ਇਤਨੀ enlightenment ਹੋ ਜਾਏਗੀ ਕਿ external affairs ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ we will be very wise, very intelligent in taking decisions. Ki should we let go relationship or should we let go all those pubs and nightlives? Then our decisions become very good. That means your internal is very, very important and there is a choice there. There is a choice there. So today we have done on the internal. Now I would like to take you to a certain thing in which they say that one is letting go and one is giving up. Letting go and one is giving up. What's the difference? I give up, I let go. ਅਸੀਂ ਆਮ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ, okay, I've given up. Okay, I let go without thinking. But what is the difference? The difference between them is that giving up is negative. ਅਸੀਂ ਹਾਰ ਗਿਆ. In life, we say, ਅਸੀਂ ਹਾਰ ਗਿਆ, I've given up. And letting go is what? It's not negative, it is positive. Positive for this reason, because you're letting go something for your own betterment, for your own evolution, for uplifting your own character. When we let go and break the bad habits, or we let go our angers and all those garbages inside, what do? We are uplifting our own character. We are getting into an evolution. So that is a betterment for ourselves. So letting go is different from giving up. Okay. Now, we can see that if I use letting go, today just let us make it clear of letting go. And what was the other word which we were using? Freedom. So now I will just show you on the screen, what are the words which we use in place of letting go, and what are the words we use which is opposite to letting go. What are the words we are using in the vocabulary in which we say it is like letting go? Another word. And there is another one in which we say that what is the opposite of letting go. So I'll just show it to you on the screen. See, now you see, what is another word for letting go? Letting go means chhod deta. Word is part with. I part with this. I release. Freedom, as we're using the inner freedom. Another word for letting go is freedom. Relinquish. Moving on. We tell many people, please move on. We cannot move on without letting go. So when in place of letting go, we say, okay, now move on. Dismiss. Abandon. These are the words, and there will be many more, which is used in another word for letting go. This means all letting go. Let it be freedom, releasing, parting with, abandon, dismiss. These are all what another word used for letting go. Now, opposite of let go. What is the opposite? Now, opposite of let go is what? Imprison. Now you can see. Let go means chhod deta, dismiss kar deta, impart kar deta. Ithe ki hai, when we don't let go, we are like in a prison. Asi jail vich ha. What did I use those words and all? We were saying that we are throwing those garbages from this prison. We are throwing those garbages from the prison. So this is like a prison. Detain. Sade andar oh cheezan reh gayiyan when it is opposite of let go. I have detained all this and I have let go all this. So this is the opposite. I am in jail and now I am free. I'm in a cage and now I am like a free bird. I'm locked up. I am unlocked. I'm holding on to something and I'm letting go something. I'm releasing. Remand. Opposite of let go. Sentence is opposite. Sentence, you can imagine someone is sentenced. So, samjho is like death. It's just the opposite of letting go. Jadon ਅਸੀਂ let go नहीं करते ना, तो ਸਾਡੇ अंदर इतना garbage होता है ना, हिंज लगता है कि ਅਸੀਂ already मरे हुए हैं. We are in change. ਅਸੀਂ ਬੰਧਨਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਫਸੇ ਹੋਏ ਹਾਂ. Opposite of let go. If you don't let go, you are enchanged. You are harmed. You are harmed. And then you will see that you are hurt. Everything is the opposite of let go. So now you can understand कि अगर मैं let go नहीं किया, मन हिन लगेगा जैसे मैं जेल में फंस गई हूँ. मनो अंदर लॉकअप कर देता गया है. मैं रिमांड में चली गया. मैं मरी हुई हूँ. मैं इंचेंज. I am hurt. I am harmed. So खाली एक let go कर दो, you will be released from all these things. you will be released from all these things. So when you just let go the thing, you are free. You have abandoned whom? All that garbages. So we have to understand what is freedom. Freedom is only letting go. Today we just found out the difference and we've understood what this word means. And we are going to discuss about the inner freedom. उत्थे साडा choice है. उत्थे साडी choice है. उत्थे सानू किसी दे नाल लड़न दी लोड़ नहीं है. अगर सानू freedom बाहर चाहिदी है ना, ਅਸੀਂ ਜਾਣਾ ਤੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਮਾਪਿਓ ਨਾਲ ਲੜਨਾ ਪਏਗਾ, ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਨਾਲ ਲੜਨਾ ਪਏਗਾ, ਛੋਟੇ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨਾਲ ਲੜਨਾ ਪਏਗਾ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਜਾਣਾ, ਅਸੀਂ ਇਹ ਕਰਨਾ, ਲੜਨਾ ਪਏਗਾ. ਪਰ ਜਦੋਂ ਅਸੀਂ under the inner freedom, we have to fight with ourselves. There's a war inside ourselves. And this war is very, very important to take place if we have to let go. क्योंकि ये भी उसका हुक्म है. This is also the law unto itself, that please do not hold. If you will hold, you are going to be paralyzed. You are going to be hurt. You are going to be wounded. तुसी की बनोगे? रोगी बन जाओगे. So today I made this concept of freedom, let go, very clear. From tomorrow we'll start the inner journey. So Arvinda, now you can start the questions.
Swaraj is my birthright and I shall have it. This electrifying slogan by Lokmanya Bal Gangadhar Tilak stirred the people and breathed new life into the freedom struggle almost 2 centuries ago. But the freedom under scrutiny today and in the forthcoming sessions in the next 5 days is the freedom to be yourself without anyone's permission. Freedom to be just who you are. Inner freedom. All of us are free to put forth our questions in our Q&A session starting now. सवाल है कि even imperfection is a form of freedom, because if you are a perfectionist, then you are caught up in an image that created about yourself to others and to yourself also. So isn't it okay to be imperfect?
To a certain extent. To a certain extent. ऐसे इतने imperfect हो जाए कि साड़ा काम ही खराब हो जाए? No. To be imperfect only in the opposite of perfectionist, because perfectionist cross एक दायरे ਨੂੰ cross कर जाता है जिसमें ਅਸੀਂ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਇਹ ਤੇ ਬਿਮਾਰੀ ਹੈ, ਇਹ ਤੇ ਰੋਗ ਹੈ. तो imperfect also एक दायरा ਹੁੰਦਾ है. But ਉਹ ਚੀਜ਼ ਇਸ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ ਕਿ for example if a perfectionist person is trying to deal with that characteristic of hers or his, then he will try to overlook certain things so that he doesn't become a perfect thing. For him, it is okay because he's trying to break a system. He's breaking a habit and he's letting go that. So he has to practice it. But एक बंदा जो रह गया, वो imperfect ही होवे. Who's always from the very beginning imperfect, कोई काम ही नहीं ठीक ढंग नाल करता, then he can cause harm to himself and to the others. It can cause harm. So here he has to be very, very wise about it. Very wise about it. So it is not okay. It is not okay. वो कहते हैं जब जाता हो जाता है, it becomes poison also. ते काट हो जाए तद भी रोगी. So it should be a balanced one. हाँ जी.
जी पूरी. So moderation is a keyword. Obsessed भी नहीं होना, ते बिल्कुल भी complacent नहीं होना.
Yes.
Yes. Before we move on to the next questions, we have hand raises, so we'll address those. जी ताजवन जी.
जी सत श्री अकाल.
सत श्री अकाल बच्चा.
हाँ जी.
आवाज नहीं ਤੁਹਾਡੀ।
हेलो
हाँ जी हाँ जी हाँ जी दसो।
सुन आ रही है?
हाँ जी हाँ जी।
One should let go. One should according to his freedom, but he should be capable to have freedom ना, कुछ guidance तो चाहिए ना. Without anyone's guidance, one will go the wrong way.
आवाज
culture जेड़ा है. हाँ जी आ रही है आवाज?
आवाज थोड़ी बड़ी टूट रही है।
हाँ जी आप आ रही है?
हाँ जी ठीक है जी,
हाँ जी?
बोलो जी। जी 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 राजवन जी।
किसी का guidance तो चाहिए ना. हाँ जी हाँ. One, how can one according to himself get free? There should be some guidance. Someone should be able to guide him. To get free, inner freedom is not an easy job. ਹੁਣ ਕਲਚਰ ਚੇਂਜ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ. ਸਾਡੇ ਟਾਈਮ ਤੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਗ੍ਰੈਂਡਫਾਦਰ ਸੀਗੇ ਉਹ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਗਾਈਡ ਕਰਦੇ ਸੀ ਤਾਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਐਕਸੈਪਟ ਕਰਦੇ ਸੀਗੇ. It should be acceptable. Then also should pay way to freedom. तो inner freedom कब मिलेगा? जब ਤੁਹਾਡੀ body sound होएगी. If you have good health, sound mind in a sound body, ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਕੀ ਵਿਚਾਰ ਹੈ?
See, the body can never be healthy if the inner mind is not healthy. A healthy mind makes a healthy body. ਅਸੀਂ ਬੋਲੇ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ healthy body ਕਰਕੇ ਤੇ healthy mind ਕਰੀ. No, a healthy mind plays a very big role in making a healthy
In
body.
a healthy body.
It is definitely a healthy mind. So that is why the inner freedom is very important. बहुत जरूरी अंदर the freedom वास्ते. Inner freedom is very necessary because it will make us stable and it is going to make us high spirit. Garbages will be thrown out.
Yeah, but there should be guidance. कोई गुरु तो होना चाहिए ना.
But then what
अपने आप ही
happens?
ਤੁਸੀਂ inner freedom.
No. You have misunderstood. If my freedom is there outside, if my freedom is outside there, अगर मैं खाली बाहर दा एक freedom देखती हूँ कि भाई मैंने जो मैं दिल करे मैं करा, जितने दिल करे मैं जावा, जो मर्जी मैं करा. So then what happens? We can go in the negative way also. But अगर ਅਸੀਂ अपने inner freedom ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈਗੀ, inner voice freedom that को ਹੁੰਦਾ है, we are in very high spirit. When in high spirit, then when we want a freedom outside, then we take guidance, then we accept, we listen, we want everything because then we become very wise. We become very wise in our choosing. We take the advice of the elders. Then we just don't go haywire. We want to go in the night to all the pubs and everything. We want to go on nightlife and all. So then what will happen? We are going to destroy ourselves. Elders जितना मर्जी बोल दो कि नहीं जाना कौन सुनता है. But अगर साडी inner freedom होवे, so then that person becomes free. That person becomes it starts evolution. उस बंदे ਨੂੰ एक sensible हो जाता, more wisdom हो जाती है कि भाई मैं बाहर जाना कि नहीं जाना. I can take an advice. I can listen to the elders. I can understand they're doing it for my benefit. पर उता दी अगर ਤੁਹਾਡੀ inner freedom होवे, नहीं तो कौन किसी को पूछता है. अगर तुसी बच्चे ਨੂੰ ਕਹਿ ਦੋ कि नहीं जाना, ये नहीं करना, वो नहीं करना, they don't agree. But somewhere the children outside freedom is very important. Why? क्योंकि ਜਦੋਂ ਬੱਚੇ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਨੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਕੋਈ subjects ਲੈਣੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਨੇ, they know themselves better than anyone. That is where we say you must listen to the children and give them the freedom. Let them voice it out. Let them tell them what they want to do. And don't impose our dreams on them. So that way freedom is very good. ਅਸੀਂ ਪਹਿਲੇ ਕੀ ਕਰਦੇ ਸੀ, ਬੱਚੇ ਨੂੰ freedom ਹੀ ਦਿੱਤਾ, ਜੋ ਸਿੱਖਿਆ ਬੱਚੇ ਨੂੰ ਉਹੀ ਬਣਨਾ ਪੈਂਦਾ ਸੀ, ਬੇਸ਼ੱਕ ਅੱਗੇ ਜਾ ਕੇ suffer. But now we are giving them freedom. We are giving them a choice कि you have the right. Guide जरूर करते हैं, but then we give them the thing that you have the right to choose what you want to do. What's your passion? Hanji.
But then the culture is changing. The culture is changing. Previously, we have become sandwich. Now the
No, you don't
Boys
become a
are,
sandwich. Don't become a sandwich. You become a sandwich only in that time because you cannot give your decision and the children will not hear. अपने ऊपर काम करो, अपने ऊपर काम करो. Our duties are what? कि बच्चों को समझाना, guiding them, giving them wise decisions. अगर बच्चे ना मानन, तो what do we do? ਅਸੀਂ ਕੀ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ? सैराडोन ने गोली खा दी, पट्टी बांध लेती, ते लेट गए. बच्चे नहीं सुनते. No, it's okay. Why you want to become a sandwich? That's why we are empowering you people. That don't make those silly mistakes which people have been making in the olden days. Don't make it, because time is changing. Everything is changing. So widen your knowledge, widen your vision. Hanji.
Hanji, Bhua ji. So we'll take up the next hand raise. Ji, Maninder Kaur ji.
ਹਾਂਜੀ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ ਵੀ ਭੈਣ ਜੀ ਮੈਂ ਕਹਿ ਰਹੀ ਸੀ ਕਿ ਲੈਟ ਗੋ ਦੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਗੱਲ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹੋ ਨਾ ਅੱਗੇ ਵੀ ਕੀਤੀ ਆਪਾਂ ਪਹਿਲੇ ਵੀ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਸੈਸ਼ਨ ਕੀਤਾ ਨਾ ਉਹ ਕੋਈ ਜਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਹੈ ਉਸ ਨੂੰ ਕੋਈ ਗੱਲ ਸਮਝਾਣ ਜਾਓ ਪਰੇਸ਼ਾਨ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਲੈਟ ਗੋ ਕਰੋ ਤੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਕਹਿਣਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਕਿੰਨੀ ਵਾਰੀ ਕਰੀਏ ਨਾ ਮਤਲਬ ਹਰ ਵਾਰੀ ਮੈਂ ਹੀ ਲੈਟ ਗੋ ਕਰਾਂ है ना ਤੇ ਸਾਹਮਣੇ ਵਾਲੇ ਨੂੰ ਕੁਝ ਫਰਕ ਨਹੀਂ ਪੈ ਰਿਹਾ ਮੈਂ ਹਰਟ ਹੋ ਰਹੀ ਹਾਂ ਔਰ ਮੈਂ ਲੈਟ ਗੋ ਕਰੀ ਜਾ ਰਹੀ ਹਾਂ ਪਰ ਮੈਂ ਕਿਸ ਟਾਈਮ ਤੱਕ ਕਰਾਂ ਨਾ ਮੇਰਾ ਵੀ ਤੇ ਇੱਕ ਮਤਲਬ ਲਿਮਿਟ ਹੈ ਵੇ ਲੈਟ ਗੋ ਕਰਨ ਦੀ
See, I'll tell you one thing. When I will be taking the next 3-4 days session, no, actually what is let go will be told. How to do the let go ਉਹ ਵੀ ਕੀਤਾ ਜਾਏਗਾ. ਹਾਲੇ ਤਾਂ ਖਾਲੀ ਬੱਚੇ ਨੂੰ ਕਹਿ ਦਿੱਤਾ let go ਤਾਂ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ let go. Concepts clear ਨਹੀਂ ਹਨ. ਹਾਲੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਕਲੀਅਰ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈ. ਖਾਲੀ ਕਹਿ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਛੋੜ ਦੋ, ਓਵਰਲੁੱਕ ਕਰ ਲੋ, ਕੰਪਰੋਮਾਈਜ਼ ਕਰ ਲੋ, ਲੈਟ ਗੋ ਕਰ ਦੋ. ਅਸੀਂ ਇਹ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਕਰਦੇ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ. ਇਸ ਕਰਕੇ ਬੱਚੇ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਨੇ ਕਬ ਤੱਕ? Till how long? We are saturated now. We are saturated. They are taking us for a ride. They are right in their own way, but ਗਲਤੀ ਇੱਥੇ ਹੋ ਗਈ ਕਿ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ concepts clear ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋਏ, which I will be definitely doing in the following days. That is why that one word let go has to be now this time drilled. But it has to be drilled. Badi baar assi log kar chuke hain. This time it is going to be drilled ki actually what is let go, how you can let go, what are the techniques of letting go, what are the results of letting go, which is the part of letting go, we will be doing. With the pura concept assi clear karange HR next 4 days de vich.
Thank you.
Hanji.
Hanji. Bhuaji, now you live for yourself, okay? You enjoy your own company. Others call it loneliness. You call it freedom. So freedom is basically a perception. It's not given to us by anybody, right? We have to cultivate it ourselves. So isn't it a daily practice?
See, everyone has their own belief system. Okay? In a daily practice, as you walk on this path, as you walk on the path of truthful living on the falsafa of Nanak, you come to a certain point where this alone, one is loneliness and one is alone. Children have already made alone equal to loneliness. बच्चा ने alone नु loneliness कर देता है. Loneliness is negative. Alone is positive. When you are on this path, most of the time you enjoy being alone. Why? Because that's the time when you have your inner dialogues. You can experience, you can watch that inner mini cosmo. You can watch. This is the beauty of being alone. But children said, "Oh, te kalli hegi, kal nahi baithe, kuch bhi nahi kar rahe." Loneliness ho gayi. ये loneliness हो गई. क्यों? They think कि है कोई है ही नहीं, कोई किसी ना गलबात करे. Because they do not understand, so their meaning of alone and loneliness changes. Their perception is changing because of the children, because they do not know the difference between it. But as you are practicing and on this path, you will note that you start shrinking. You start shrinking. You don't like going much outside. Why? Because you're carrying a very different energy. You're carrying a different energy. And energies don't like to clash. That energy that you have produced, it is that energy that doesn't let you go into another, another area only. It is that energy that does not allow you to talk much. It is that energy makes you always go to such books from where you can gain more of knowledge. It is that energy that is healing you. That is an energy that which we call is the Ilahi Sangat. 24/7 Ilahi Sangat. बाहर दी संगत फिर भी दो बंदे भी तो चाहिए ना, उससे किसी को नहीं चाहिए, इलाही संगत होती है. So this is a wrong perception of the children. But yes, when you are practicing, you just have to practice, walk on this path, live every moment, every day. Forget the destination, forget the goal. Enjoy this thing, and you will see that when the destination comes, where the no need to worry. No need to worry. बच्चे बड़ी बार कहते हैं जी साडा दिल नहीं करता ऐ करियो. Doesn't matter. Enjoy. Are you enjoying? Yeah, we are to enjoy. So then enjoy it. It is no one's fault who is giving you all these names, because it is not their cup of tea. Hanji.
Yes, Purji. Well, there's a question come up in the chat, so I'll just read it out. How to let go and feel the freedom of mind when kids back answer?
How to let go when the children back answer. ये आम है. ये also I will be doing slowly in the next 3-4 days. I will be doing this also, because in this the children back answer, the wives are back answer, the servant back answer. Everyone is doing. Everyone is doing. Now to let go. This is where how Maninda Benji has just said, no, what? That is what I will be doing in the coming days. But when we look at those people who are taking us for a ride and back chatting and all, you have to understand the concepts. And the concepts have to be very, very clear. The children, the people, the Gandhiya, Jitne who are back answering and firing back and all, are all wounded. It has nothing to do with us. The whole story is theirs. This is just one part of that concept. This is just a part of the concept. So how to let go when the children back chat, we will be doing in the next. Today, I just want you to understand what is freedom and what is let go and what is the opposite of let go.
Anji Purji. Purji, the three things we crave most in life: happiness, peace, inner freedom. And ironically, all of these are attained by giving them to someone else. When will we understand this?
They say, what you perceive, you receive. What you give, you get back. Let there be inner freedom, or the three words that you have used. All that is what? Happiness is what? Happiness is inner freedom. Happiness, inner freedom. You cannot attain happiness without the inner freedom. Because sada happiness nu khatam kaun karta hai? Who finishes off our happiness? Our happiness is destroyed by our emotions. The garbage of emotions. They destroy all our happiness. And we keep on searching outside. Remove this garbage, let go the thing, free it from it, happiness will be there. So everything is on the same line. If you learn freedom, you are letting go, you are going to be happy. And if you are happy, that means you have let go and you are free. And if you are free, that means you have let go and you are happy. All three things are on the same platform. Hanji.
Ji Purji. Yes, a humble request to keep our questions crisp and topic related, because we hope to end our sessions on time, that is 5:30. Ji Rajwan ji.
बुआ जी सत श्री अकाल.
सत श्री अकाल जी.
सत श्री अकाल बुआ जी.
सत श्री अकाल बच्चा. सत श्री अकाल.
आज आ रही है?
हाँ जी क्लियर है.
अच्छा, let go, we should live for ourselves inner freedom, but what should be the parameters? Won't that lead to some kind of selfishness?
Yes,
Some kind
that's
of
the
selfishness?
Rajwan,
Okay,
today
guys.
you've given a very good question. Very good question. Today, yes, I can say good question. Living for ourselves. At times we think, oh, being very selfish. Do you know what does living for ourself mean? Let us give the meaning of self. Self is what? मन तू ज्योत स्वरूप है अपना मूल पहचान. Self is my identity. Self is soul conscious. Okay. Now I am living for my self. I'm living for my identity. I'm living for myself. मैं वो करती हूँ जो मेरी identity है. मैं उसकी इज्जत करती. I respect myself. I have my self-esteem. I'm loving myself. That means I have recognized what is my identity, who am I. So I am trying to respect and love myself. How? Naam Simran. Sab no dekh ke you are seeing the same thing. The day you learn to love yourself, you will see that oneness inside you. और सारा मकसद की है that we should see in everyone. Do we see in everyone? No, no. एक खाली कहने दी गलना थी सारे दे अंदर वो बैठा है. कह देंगे जी सब दे अंदर वो बैठा है. वाहिगुरु बैठा है. जब तो पूछो तो अपने अंदर नजर आता है. साढ़े अंदर तो कितने नजर आता है? क्योंकि कूड़ है, garbageism. So the equation starts from where? Inside. So when you learn to love yourself, that means you will not be angry. Kaam, krodh, lobh, moh, hankar, all are going to be very well channeled. Channelize उसको बहुत अच्छी तरह करना है. Not to make them destructive, making them very constructive. जब भी गुणा नु नाल ले लेता, that means कि we are loving ourself. Self has to be very, very clear. Then you can make out all the meaning तुसी कर लोगे. Loving yourself, respecting myself, my self-esteem, everything will come under that. Because the self has been cleared. Hanji.
कुछ प्रिंसिपल्स भी होने चाहिए ना उसके वास्ते. तो सुन जेड़े दस्से.
हाँ देखो what happened.
मन बड़ा चंचल है. सेल्फनेस वास्ते जो किधर सेल्फिश ना बन जाए.
So then what happens?
प्रिंसिपल्स भी होने चाहिए.
देखो जदों ਅਸੀਂ ਉਹਦੇ ਰੱਬੀ ਗੁਣਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਲੈਂਦੇ ਹਾਂ, that ਰੱਬੀ ਗੁਣਾਂ ਸਾਡੀ ਆਇਡੈਂਟੀਟੀ ਹੈਗੀ. ਮਨ ਤੋਂ ਜੋਤ ਸਰੂਪ ਹੈ. ਨਾਲ what is it? ਅਸੀਂ ਪਲੱਸ ਕੀ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ? The laws of nature, ਉਹਦੇ ਹੁਕਮ ਨੂੰ ਪਹਿਚਾਨਦੇ ਹਾਂ, ਸਮਝਦੇ ਹਾਂ, ਉਸ ਮਾਰਗ ਤੇ ਚੱਲਦੇ ਹਾਂ. ਉਸ ਹੁਕਮ ਦੇ ਸਮਝਣ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਉਹਦੇ ਵੈਲਿਊਜ਼ ਵੈਸੇ ਹੀ ਆ ਜਾਂਦੇ. All the values are there. अगर तुसी कौड़ा बोलोगे, तुसी बाहर सुटोगे, it will come back as a boomerang. ऐसा what will be? Just like the law of attraction. ये भी तो law है ना. This is also the value. So when you are loving yourself, means your identity is what? All the guna de naal plus following the laws of nature, understanding it and abiding by it.
Thank you, Bhuaji.
And God bless you.
Thumbs up. Thumbs up.
Anji Arvind.
काफी इंटरेस्टिंग है. सानू भी कुछ सीखने मिलता है. सानू भी कुछ पूछने में मजा आता है. हाँ जी. Thank you.
God bless you.
The only real prison is fear. The only real freedom is freedom from fear. We shall dwell more on this in our forthcoming sessions. Thank you all for joining in. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.
Bye.